Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pumpkin craft out of paper. Kids are really interested this time of year in pumpkins, and they're everywhere. So there's a couple of things that you can do. Really, it's wide open. You can do a lot of things, but I'm going to show you a way that you could teach them a couple of art things while you're having fun. First of all, what you want to do is you're going to have a few things that you need. Orange paper, white paper to mount it on, some black maybe, possibly for the eyes, some brown for the stem, then maybe a little green paint and black paint that you're going to put in there. And then I have some extra fun stuff, some stamps that I found actually half price at a craft store. Okay, so first of all, you take the piece of orange paper and you help the children fold it in half. You say to them, okay, make sure you have the two ends that come together here. Hold those together and then press out like this. Okay, that sort of helps them fold it, make your crease. Okay, then you're going to talk to them about symmetry. That's when things are the same on both sides. You can help them out by making a pattern for them to follow ahead of time, or you can just tell them to draw, to look at the paper, make sure that they have the side that is together, that's not apart, that's together, beside their hand, and then draw like the letter C, backwards. Is a way that you can tell younger kids. Draw a backwards letter C, or they could, I guess, flip it around this way and do a C. Okay, so then you tell them to hold the paper like this and to cut slowly on the line. Stay right on the line, go real slow, just a little bit at a time. And this is a way they can develop their motor skills here too with their little hands. All right, so put that to the side. Then when you open it up, you're going to have a shape sort of like this. It's like a pumpkin, basically. And so you can just show them and tell them symmetry is when things are the same on both sides. So that's how you can bring that word in if you want to do that. And then what you're going to do is take the pumpkin and paste it down onto the paper. You can use two things if you want. You could use just liquid glue, or you can use a glue stick. Sometimes with younger kids, it's better to use a glue stick, but when I'm teaching in school, they want them to learn how to do these things. Like, so if you do tell them to use the Elmer's glue, you just say, just squeeze really lightly, just dip, dab, do. I had a teacher that used to say that, just a little bit at a time. All right, then you paste it down wherever you want to on the piece of paper. Sometimes they put it in the middle, and that's all right for now. I'll teach you more later about that. Then what I tell them after they get this done is you want to add some grass to it and a background to it. So I try to teach them about the background and the foreground. So this is actually a long lesson, but so I help them make a mark here to show them where the middle of the paper is, where the background and the front of the paper is. So that tells them a little bit about what they're doing. Then they take a little bit of green paint. This is a lesson that takes a little while, and they can add, just go in with a paintbrush and add, I'm just going to do this quickly now, and they can just do pieces of grass down here. They can do all that good stuff. And then go back and like cut a stem. A stem too is another way you could talk about symmetry, but they could just cut out a rectangle or something they want for the stem. And of course they're going to glue that on too. Little dabs, not too much. You can show them how to put it down a little bit downward on the pumpkin so it looks like the stem is in front of the pumpkin. Then they can cut out eyes. Again, you can fold the paper, and you might want to help them draw a circle or take a coin and trace around it, and they have their eyes. Dot. Sometimes when they're really young, I just go ahead and put the dot of glue on there, and I have them put the eye on the dot of glue. Then they can use some paint and make a mouth. They can go back and add lines to the pumpkin after it's dry to show how the pumpkin's drawn. And then for fun, if they want to, they can take a stamp like this and add some spiders in if they want, or bugs flying through the air. And it's the same idea as we did before with this. You just take your stamp, You put a little paint on the surface like this. Some people like to stamp the stamp into the paint, but I like to just paint onto the surface. And they can just add bugs flying around if they want to. So it's fun. And then when you end up with this as your final product. So it takes them a little while to do it, but it's fun because they get to cut, they learn about symmetry, they learn about printmaking, they learn about foreground and background. So it's a lot that they can learn while having fun at the same time. So.